Life began on Earth as there existed air with appropriate type and quantity of gases, water, adequate sunlight, correct temperature, and appropriate climate conditions. Millions of years later, Earth's temperature is rising. Life on Earth is under threat. The world is now taking stock of this rising global concern. As future belongs to our children, it is time now that they are prepared and sensitized towards global environment changes, challenging our very existence. Rehabilitation of the environment is the task in hand in this century. City Montessori School, the world's largest city school in terms of number of students enrolled as per the Guinness World Record, in collaboration with United Nations Information Center for India and Bhutan through International Environment Olympiad, is generating and gauging awareness in school children with regards to climate change. This is a report on the second International Environment Olympiad being organized by City Montessori School, Gomti Nagar II campus at the CMS World Unity Convention Center auditorium, where teams from many countries such as Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Iran, Sri Lanka, and all over India are staying together at the well-appointed Kaizen and CISV guest houses. CMS infrastructure at its Kanpur Road campus transforms into young mini United Nations, where students from around the globe spend 3 days of their young lives together, learning and sharing an example on cross-cultural understanding.
Welcome you all to the second International Environment Olympiad. Dear children, you all know that the environment of the world is the biggest problem of the day. The climate seems to be changing in a way which could destroy homes and livelihood of millions and millions of people. There is a climate change conference going on in France these days, and they are discussing how to save mankind. Jane Goodall, the eminent environmentalist of this world, said that by the end of 7th century, 21st century, 7 billion people of this world will die if this environment is not controlled. If the emission that is going on unabated is not stopped, if the deforestation that is going on unabated not stopped, if the tree plantation on a massive scale is not taken up, all these measures are not taken, if the emission is not controlled, then the situation in the world is going to be worsened.
We are all gathered here, and it's very overwhelming to be here always. And Mr. Gandhi, India had, first Gandhi was Mahatma Gandhi. After that we have Bharati Gandhi and Jagdish Gandhi, who have started this huge, now it is huge, but it started as a small school.
We are the light of the moon and the sun, and
We are the light of the moon and the sun.
we are the light that's in everyone.
We are the light that's in everyone.
We are the turning
We are the turning
of the tide.
of the tide.
We are the hope
We are the hope
deep inside.
A very, very warm welcome to each and every one of you on this cool December afternoon. So happy to have each and every one of you all here. And best thing is that we are all working and thinking about the one cause that is going to affect and is affecting each and every one of us. That is our environment, our Mother Earth, our nature. And we are all going to deliberate on this thing. One thing which I found really interesting was that right now in Paris, when the world, all the leaders of all the superpowers and all the countries are there together thinking about climate change and working on that, you, the youth of this generation, you are also going to deliberate on the same issues right here. So with the superpowers, it's the super youth of this world. You are our future. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you have a superb stay here and go back really enriched and think about your greener tomorrow. Thank you and Jai Jagat.
First of all, it was a big honor for the entire school to represent our country in occasions like this, where we can use our knowledge and use our talent to actually help the world.
We hope to interact with you all and make a lot of friends and learn many new values from this enriching experience.
I hope we all have a really good time together and work to save the environment. Thank you very much.
The whole school is really glad to be here because we can get something where we call inter-school cooperation. We can make really good friends.
Well, it's a great honor to be here, and our school is really honored. The entire school is really happy about this, and we're here to learn. Our school is the first eco school in our country, and we're just here to learn. We're here to make our country, our community better. We're trying to learn how to save this environment we're living in.
So Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam has once said that the earth is the most energetic and a powerful planet. And this is where from the word livable comes. And we should take care that the earth is the livable, the energetic and the powerful planet, no matter what.
Day 1 of 2nd IEO saw a colourful inauguration in the presence of the chief guest, Dr. Anup Yadav, IAS, Director State Agriculture Production, Mandi Parishad, Uttar Pradesh, and guest of honour, Mrs. Sunita Yadav. Chief guest, guest of honor, dignitaries, team leaders, teams from around the globe, parents and teachers all took part in the school prayer. The school teams representing the globe paraded out in the procession of world parliamentarians, headed by the convener of 2nd International Environment Olympiad, senior principal of CMS Gomti Nagar I and 2nd campuses, Ms. Manjeet Batra, co-convener of host CMS Gomti Nagar 2nd campus, Mrs. Sangeeta Banerjee, and principal of CMS Gomti Nagar 1st campus, Mrs. Abha Anand.
Future, marching ahead, promising vibrant culture, panoramic flora and fauna, and also its emerging cricket players. Please welcome Scholastic Senior Campus from Mirpur, Bangladesh. Come on, put your hands together for them. Coming up next is a team that is known for its breathtaking landscape and lively biodiversity, where the peaceful religion of Buddhism found its root, the tranquil kingdom of Bhutan. Please welcome the team from Bhutan, Ugyen Academy. Up next is a country boasting of cultural splendors and diverse and beautiful landscapes. The country that was amongst the first to discover the potential of wind energy and is home to the world's oldest civilization, Iran. Please welcome our team from Tehran, Iran, the Sude School, Tehran, Iran. Behind them, a country that is home to the acclaimed birthplace of the Buddha and has the highest density of World Heritage Sites. A country whose culture and high peaks are just as enthralling as they are overwhelming. Please welcome our team from Nepal, Sunrise Public School, Nepal. I would now like to introduce the country home to the 8th wonder of the world, whose history intertwines with our own, the country that also holds.
That is the Environmental Children's Organization. We are a group of 12 and 13-year-olds from Canada trying to make a difference. I'm here to speak for all the generations to come. I'm here to speak for the starving children around the world whose cries go unheard. I'm here to speak for the countless animals dying across this planet because they have nowhere left to go.
Students of the campus then conducted a World Parliament on biodiversity.
Discuss the environmental issues facing the nations today. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard Savan Suzuki, who has been working on environmental issues since she was a kindergarten student. This was a speech which she had delivered way back in 1992 during the UN's Earth Summit at Rio de Janeiro. As a 12-year-old, she gave this powerful speech that had a deep impact on the audience and silenced some of the most prominent world leaders. After 20 years, she once again addressed the UN's Earth Summit at Rio de Janeiro and urged them to formulate policies for the betterment of generations to come. But did the things change? Did her appeal make a difference? Let us know from the lady herself. We want to ask you, Ms. Suzuki, what changes have you observed in these intervening 23 years? Have you responded to your call for action? Or has everything fallen on deaf ears?
Sir, when I spoke at the Rio Summit in the year 1992, as a 12-year-old, my concern was about my future and the future of my generation. But today, 23 years later, I stand here as a concerned mother of two. And today, I am worried about the future of not only my two children, but also about the young generation of today and the generations yet to be born. That is why, sir, I say, although a lot has changed, yet much needs to be done. 23 years have passed and we are still pushing to attain balance in the Earth's biosphere. We are continuously attacking our ecosystem that sustains us by our reckless behavior. History isn't made by those who stand silent, but by those whose actions reflect their intentions. It's up to each one of us here to continue to speak for the future we want our children to be in, and together become a voice too strong to be ignored. Thank you.
Indeed, I cannot but agree with Ms. Suzuki more. The rich tapestry of our planet is the outcome of over 3.5 billion years of evolutionary history. It has been shaped by endogenic and exogenic forces, changing climatic patterns, and interaction among species of flora and fauna. Today, it is increasingly been altered by human interventions.
Biodiversity, the incredible variety of life on Earth that sustains us, is in peril. Species are becoming extinct at the fastest rate ever recorded. Most of these extinctions are the result of human activities that are polluting and depleting water resources, changing and degrading habitats, and altering the global climate. From frogs to gorillas, from giant redwood trees to tiny insects, thousands of species are in jeopardy. Today, member nations, we have gathered here to discuss at length about one such environmental issue facing mankind, that is, loss of biodiversity. The agenda of today's session is biodiversity and the way it is perceived,
Threats to biodiversity,
challenges and opportunities to save biodiversity,
efforts done by City Montessori School, Lucknow, India, to save environment and biodiversity.
As we go ahead with the discussion, I request all the member nations to raise their placards and volunteer. Member Nation Bangladesh, you're recognized. You may articulate.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Let me start with the explanation of the word biodiversity. The variety of life on Earth and its biological variation is commonly referred to as biodiversity. The number of species of plants, animals, and microorganisms, the enormous diversity of genes in these species, the different ecosystems on the planet, such as deserts, rainforests, and coral reefs, are all parts of a biologically diverse Earth and is referred to as biodiversity. Declining biodiversity is therefore a concern for many reasons. Thank you.
Thank you, Member Nation Bangladesh, for elucidating the term so well and for sharing your concerns for the same. Member nations, please throw some light on your perception of biodiversity. Member nations who wish to put forth their views may volunteer. Member Nation Brazil, you're recognized. You may state your views.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. I wish to state that biodiversity boosts ecosystems' productivity as each species, no matter how small, it has an important role to play. For example, a larger number of plant species means a greater variety of crops. Greater diversity of species ensures natural sustainability for all life forms. Healthy ecosystems can better withstand and recover from a variety of disasters much quicker than in ordinary condition. And so, while we dominate this planet, we still need to preserve the diversity in wildlife. Thank you.
Co-convener of 2nd IEO, Principal of CMS Gomti Nagar II Campus, Mrs. Sangeeta Banerjee, welcoming all her august guests, said, we take this opportunity to thank each one of you to take part in this Environment Olympiad to enhance children's awareness and knowledge for conserving and managing the environment.
On the other hand, sipping hot tea on a summer evening, enjoying the light drizzle, albeit a trifle delayed, it dawns upon you that you are in the fag end of summer and the weather is still so mercurial that it literally plays hide and seek, defying all weather predictions, leaving everyone baffled. Scanty rainfall, inaccurate timing seem to be the order of the day. Devastating landslides, rattling earthquakes, excruciating droughts, areas inundated with untimely rainfall, others struggling in a dire famine-like situation. And all this is the result of global warming. Every action has a propelling counter-reaction. From ecological disturbances to physical anomalies, it's a chain action and reaction. And this is where global environmental awareness becomes a mandatory necessity. And whenever the time has come to give a clarion call and take the initiative, City Montessori School has always risen to the occasion and become a flag bearer, always in sync with the changing times and in the vanguard to herald change. It was no surprise that when environmental issues had galvanized enough steam to compel a brainstorming session of world leaders in Paris on climate change, CMS too has entered into a historic, landmark collaboration with the United Nations Information Center for India and Bhutan.
City Montessori School is the winner of the UNESCO Prize for Peace Education in 2002. This honor was bestowed upon the school for its vision of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is, Earth is but one country and mankind its citizens, and its motto of Jai Jagat, or Hail the World. Since 1959, students at its 20 CMS campuses are taught oneness of God, oneness of religion, and oneness of mankind through soft activities like the All Religions Prayer, the Prayer Dance, and the World Unity Prayer. Here are the excerpts.
The potent divine light that is present in all living beings, in every living soul, is pristine white and absolute. Religious truth is revealed by God progressively and cyclically over time through divine messengers of different religion: Hinduism, Islam, Sikhism, Christianity, Buddhism, and Baha'i faith. Every religion is just like a butterfly, allowing divine sense to shine forth as one steps out of this cocoon of darkness and takes its own color.
तेरी शरण में आए राम, तेरी
शरण में आए राम। कोटि वंदना कोटि प्रणाम, कोटि वंदना कोटि प्रणाम। तेरे ही नाम से हर इब्तिदा है, ये जमीन जब न थी, ये जहां जब न था, चांद सूरज न थे, आसमां जब न था, राज़े हक भी किसी पर आया जब न था, तब न था कुछ यहाँ, तब न था कुछ यहाँ, था मगर तू ही तू। अल्लाहू अल्लाहू अल्लाहू। कुदरत के सब बंदे कौन पले को मंदे, कुदरत के सब बंदे कौन पले को मंदे। अव्वल अल्लाह नूर पाया, अव्वल अल्लाह नूर पाया, कुदरत के सब बंदे।
तेरी है ज़मीं तेरा आसमां, तू बड़ा मेहरबान, तू बख्शिश कर, सभी का है तू, सभी तेरे खुदा मेरे, तू बख्शिश कर। तेरी है ज़मीन तेरा आसमां, तू बड़ा मेहरबान, तू बख्शिश कर।
ये बुद्ध की धरती युद्ध न चाहे, चाहे अमन परस्ती। ये बुद्ध की धरती, ये बुद्ध की धरती युद्ध न चाहे, चाहे अमन परस्ती। ये बुद्ध की धरती, जो बुद्ध ने मानव हित में किया, उस कार्य का उत्तम क्या कहना।
हे आत्मा पुत्र मेरा प्रथम परामर्श ये है, एक शुद्ध दयालु एवं प्रकाशमय हृदय धारण कर।
तेरा नूर सब में समाया हुआ है, ये जग सारा तेरा बनाया हुआ है।
तेरा नूर सब में समाया हुआ है, ये जग सारा तेरा बनाया हुआ है।
तूने ही करुणा का सागर बहाया, सभी पापियों को हृदय से लगाया।
तूने ही करुणा का सागर बहाया, सभी पापियों को हृदय से लगाया।
अनादि और अनंत है ईश्वर का सच वचन। धरा मिटे गगन मिटे, मगर है शाश्वत वचन। अनादि और अनंत है ईश्वर का सच वचन। धरा मिटे गगन मिटे, मगर है शाश्वत वचन।
I am the world's citizen. Like a dove, I am the harbinger of hope and peace. There is a hope if people will begin to awaken that spiritual part of themselves, that heartfelt knowledge that we are caretakers of our earth. It is only when the earth is safe and healthy can she provide security to the people. Our earth is a home to all living beings, let us come together to save our life-giving and life-saving Mother Earth. It's our turn to save the earth from all the challenges that threaten her.
I am the soil. I encompass 30% of the total landform of Asia. I am in the hills and in the valleys, the farms, the orchards. Without me, humans cannot exist. But you treat me like dirt. Do you realize that I'm just a thin skin on this planet? That I'm actually alive for the organisms that grow your food? That I'm broken, aching, and sick because of overuse? I've been withered away to less than half of what I used to be 100 years ago. Are you paying attention? I am turning to dust. So, maybe you can treat me with a little more respect. May unity enrich all the countries of Asia. May unity enrich all the countries of the world.
I surround almost the entire continent of Africa. I am water. I am most of this planet. I represent all the living forms of Africa. Every stream, every cloud, every raindrop, it all comes back to me. One way or another, every living thing here needs me. I am the source. I am what they crawled out of. The humans are no different. I don't owe them nothing. I give, they take what I can always take back. It's just the way it's always been. It's not their planet, anyway. Never was, never will be. But humans, they take more than they share. They poison me and they expect me to feed them. It doesn't work that way. If humans want to exist in nature with me and of me, I suggest they listen close. I'm only going to say this once. If nature isn't kept healthy, humans won't survive. It's simple as that. With or without humans, I'm still the ocean. I covered this entire planet once, and I can always cover it again. That's all I have to say. May unity prevail as a life-giving source in all the countries of Africa. May unity prevail as a life-giving source in all the countries of the world.
I represent all the living forms of Oceania. Some people think I'm just a rock, but in fact, I am the largest thing alive on this planet. I'm so big, I can be seen from the space. But for how long? I grow for more than 250 million years. Well, at present, almost 1/5 of me is gone. Sure, I live at the bottom of the ocean. I, the nursery of the sea. Little fish depend on me for food and hide from the big fish. And guess who eats the big fish? That's right, you do. I am the protein factory for the world. Yet, you tear me apart. You raise the temperature of the ocean so I can't live anymore. So big storms and tsunamis barrel through the ocean. I am the fortress. Yet you tear me apart with dynamite and poison me with cyanide. Stop killing me. May the colors of unity and diversity prevail in all the countries of Oceania. May the colors of unity and diversity prevail in all the countries of the world.
I'm a flower. I represent all the living forms of Europe. Yes, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful, and it never grows old. I'm worshipped for my looks, my sense. Life starts with me. You see, I feed people. Every fruit comes from me. Every potato, me. Every kernel of corn, me. Every grain of rice, me. Me. I know, but it's true. And sometimes I feel their souls. I'm their words when they have come. I say, I love you without the sound. I'm sorry without the voice. I inspire the greatest of them. Painters, poets, pattern makers. I've been the muse and inspiration to them all. But in my experience, people underestimate the power of a pretty little flower, because their life does start with me, and it could end without me. May the fragrance of unity spread in all the countries of Europe. May the fragrance of unity spread in all the countries of the world.
I can't rest, I can't fight. All I need is you and I. Without you,
Founder manager of City Montessori School, Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, introduced the chief guest, Dr. Anup Yadav.
Director, State Agriculture Production, Mandi Parishad, Uttar Pradesh. It is a great pleasure for all of us to welcome our honorable chief guest, Shri Anup Yadav ji. He is holding a very important assignment as the Director, State Agriculture Production, Mandi Parishad, Uttar Pradesh. A brilliant student from his early childhood, Dr. Anup Yadav completed his LLB degree from the University of Lucknow and LLM from Agnihotri College of Law, Wardha. He did his PhD in 2011. He did his mid-career training from Singapore. He is also a good sportsman and plays badminton, lawn tennis, cricket, squash, exercises and yoga. Having been a science student, he was totally involved in scientific work in the areas of his studies. He has to his credit many papers published in journals of international repute. By virtue of his knowledge and devotion to his studies, he was able to qualify India's most challenging examination of IAS in the very first attempt.
A lamp lighting ceremony was performed in the presence of the chief guest and the members of CMS management.
All over the world for peace and harmony. May the
Invite
Lord
and warmly welcome our founder director.
keep this life.
This is Bharati Gandhi ma'am.
Always
What an opportune moment for her to make an entry when we are lighting the lamp.
and ever. May this light spread far all over the world for peace and harmony.
Chief guest, all the principals, founder manager Dr. Jagdish Gandhi, founder director Dr. Bharati Gandhi, president and chief operating officer Professor Geeta Gandhi Kingdon, CMS policy advisor Mr. V.N. Garg, IAS, group leaders and other dignitaries were then invited on the stage for the inauguration of the International Environment Olympiad logo, the honor being done by the chief guest Dr. Anup Yadav.
Ready? 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 Yeah. So I hereby declare the second International Environment Olympiad 2015 open.
An overwhelmed chief guest, Dr. Anup Yadav, addressing the huge gathering, said, "In India, River Ganga holds a special place in the hearts of its millions of people."
That there was a wonderful programs by all the kids over there, right from the World Parliament to other prayers, dance, and every program. That was fantastic, actually. And the beginning was, in the beginning there was a girl, the beautiful girl, she has performed on that greenhouse. Can I have her here if she's around? So if she can come here, I would like her to be here. Meanwhile, Today, I have to tell you two stories, small stories. There was a planet. There was a planet. This is a very big universe. So in this universe, there was a planet. And that planet was full of non-living things like rocks and things like that.